Right, if you're interested in e-commerce and selling products online, I'm going to tell you the 9 reasons why old school market traders should be the inspiration behind your marketing strategy. Right, if you're new to the channel, my name's James Green and I run a social media advertising agency called Evergreen Growth and Marketing. We help businesses of all sizes and all industries help leverage the power of the internet with social media platforms and search engine advertising and help them turn more clicks into customers. Right, so a lot of people selling stuff online, and particularly e-commerce store owners, they might think that any lessons you could learn from old-fashioned market stall traders are irrelevant or out of date, but there's core key principles that can really help any business selling anything, especially online. So the first thing is you need to grab attention. Like, that's the stereotype of a market trader. Apples and pears, come and get your apples. As loud as you want. Housemate's not cool. Just get that down. But yeah, that's the stereotype. But what do? They grab your attention. You know what they're selling, and it's all about creating that thing that stops someone in their tracks. And the way you transition that to online and e-commerce selling is what advertising and what content can you do that stops people just mindlessly scrolling? What's that thumb-stopping creative that stops people from just going past pictures of pizza, puppies, and previous exes? Like, you need to grab their attention. So that's point 1. So point 2 is you grab attention, but you need to grab it from the right people. Like, there is no point, if you're a fruit and vegetable seller, to be in a market where they're selling car parts. There is no point, if you're selling artisan cheese, to be down the local market where people buy clothes and stuff like that. Like, you need to pick the right market, okay? You need to pick the right place to have your stall. And you need to pick the right place to grab attention and find your ideal customer. So you need to find that busy market with the right audience for you and go fishing in the right pond. Now it's easier than ever because you've got the social media advertising tools, mostly Facebook advertising, but LinkedIn, Snapchat, TikTok, Google, YouTube. You can build and target an audience and just pay to reach them. Okay, you can go micro detailed by exactly their interests and competitors' markets, or you can sit back and trust the algorithm. Point number 3 is think about how can you upsell each customer? How can you package your product? How can you set up some of the more premium services and bundle together things? Because it's a common maximizer of your profits on an e-commerce store to upsell or downsell something upon checkout. Just like if you're going to those dodgy market stores and you're buying 4 pairs of dodgy Calvin Klein boxes, you might get a pair of Giorgio Punanis thrown in for free. Okay, and it's those packaging and that upselling which, 1, makes the customer feel like they're a good deal, but 2, maximizes revenue and attractiveness and persuasiveness on behalf of the markets trader. Okay? Point number 4. These guys are masters in customer service, and even though they could be talking and selling to like 10, 15 different people, it's that customer service and making people feel like they're part of the journey, button them up a bit, maybe having a bit of a haggle, which you can't do as much online. But that customer services are making it feel like an experience, making it feel as if you care about them. You can do this online as well, whether you send little treats and discounts and stuff when they're in their package when you're shipping it, whether you make little Easter eggs throughout the selling process, and you just make it a beautiful experience and easy for them, because people are now used to Amazon's like one-click ordering. Well, a point on that user experience, so point number 5, okay? Point number 5, it continues on for that user experience and almost comes into like a design. If you've got a clean, high converting website that's optimized for selling, is that so different from that market stall trader? Think about like a fish stall, that one who's got a huge, gorgeous, fresh prawns, swordfish, cod, those all laid out attractively. And especially if you go to like food markets abroad and you're like amazed. I don't know if any of you have been Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, like the fresh food markets always look incredible. And which ones do you go to? Which one do you think, yeah, they're probably a bit more trustworthy? They're probably the ones that I'm going to get the best, tastiest food from. The one that's designed a bit nicer. So it pays to have a functioning but clean and sexy e-commerce website. It's not a prerequisite because the other markets still get business. But which one's got the biggest queue? That leads me nicely on to point number 6. Yeah, I think 6. which one has the biggest queue is social proof and demand. Like we all do that thing when like Brits abroad on holiday, you walk past the restaurant and go, oh, that's busy. That must be good, mustn't it? Yeah, busy. Other people sitting there, it's got a nice ambience atmosphere. No, we're just fucking penguins. Penguins? Lemmings. We're lemmings, and we can see there's social proof and validation. If other people have made that choice, I can't be a mug if I make the same choice. All these other people have done it, so I'll be all right doing it. That's a social proof element. And by having more reviews on your website, by a lot of Shopify plugins now do the X hundred people just ordered this as well. By engagement on your social media platforms and building up that trust, that's the same thing as walking past a taco stand and seeing a massive queue around it. That demand creates demand. And it used to be like, I think, always a urban myth that was probably true, that Burger King, when they released new products and burgers, they paid like students to stand in queue outside to create that demand. And, oh, what's this? Oh. Same thing with nightclubs. I used to work at uni. You hold that queue at the door. You let that queue build. Even if inside's dead, you slowly trickle people in. Oh, it's one in, one out, mate. Yeah, one in, one out. Busy. Because what do people who are going down the street go? Oh, must be fucking banging in there. Must be great. Let's go and queue up. That must be worth it. If all those other people are making that decision, that must be worth it. And you'll find yourself, if you see some dodgy ad come up from a store that looks a bit like a BTEC Wish place, an e-commerce store, and it's got no reviews, looks a bit bare bones, and you don't trust it, are you going to part with your cash? It's even more important to build that trust online, okay? So work hard to do that and embed reviews and social proofing throughout the customer journey. Sorry, forgot what number was on there. 7. It's number 7. One of the things these old school market traders are great at is finding and sourcing the best supply chain and industry suppliers that they can and pass on the quality and the savings to that end user, okay? If you can acquire your product at the highest quality at the lowest cost, you're always going to win against the competition. And if you have better relationships with your suppliers, that will pay dividends to the longevity and success of your business. So there's no use on trying to build a legacy and a sustainable business by just ordering something on email via Alibaba. That's not going to stand you instead for 10 years. So again, like, this is a marketing channel and advertising channel. Okay, that's what it's about. But I know that's a secret to a lot of these old school market traders' longevity and success. They can bask in the happy days because they're making double the margin that old matey on the next store might be making on exactly the same product, even if it's just a punnet of strawberries. If he's making an extra 10% margin compared to Petey, don't know who Pete is, matey boy, he wins. What about keeping them coming back and keeping those customers loyal? You need to have a good product, which links back to the last point. This is point number 8, by the way. Have a quality product. Get those customers loyal by actually giving them something they want. If you've got a shitty product, you will not last long. You will rattle through customers quicker than Katie Price has husbands. Bad example? Anyway, you need to have a good quality product and you should be constantly trying to get it, because you will not last long, you'll not build a sustainable business, and you'll rattle through your audiences quite quickly. However good your marketing is, however good your margins are, shit products don't last. They get found out. Okay? Point number 9. Point number 9. Be entertaining, be charismatic. Give them a bit of a show. Come on, ladies, one pound fee. Spectacle, okay? People buy from people. People resonate with people. People care about people and their stories and the legend around them and the narrative that builds up, especially if they are affable and entertaining and likable. Why do you think in every town there's sort of like a mystique around some of the local market stall fruit and veg sellers? Like, they are local legends in that local area. You can do that online with your stories around your business. You can do that and make heroes of your customers if you're not comfortable with getting there, or the story of your brand, okay? The other side about that is make it entertaining in terms of advertising and marketing and grabbing attention. Like, please don't be boring. Who gives a shit if you piss off or scare a few people because they don't quite get it, or they think it's a bit inappropriate or something like that. Like, give a shit. The 10% of people you can bring a bit closer to you will like it a lot more, and you can fuck off the other 90% of people who think it's a bit, it's a bit inappropriate. Yeah, so I think that was 9 reasons. I wanted to share that before I forgot about it, because I thought it was quite a good point, even if my quiff's looking ropey at best today. Please show some love, like, subscribe, send in any questions you've got, or any other reasons you think Market Stall Traders are good examples to follow for e-commerce businesses. There's a link in the description to book a call with me if you want advice around social media advertising to get more people to your online store. And yeah, peace, ciao, over and out.